Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're playing a ship that we almost never play. The Grossa Kurfürst. And why? Why do I not play this ship? That is the question. And this is something that I think I've brought up every time I've ever played this ship for you guys. And that is, it's just too big. Like, there's really no reason to play this thing, because there really isn't a whole lot that this thing does that literally any other ship at the tier can do better. The guns are okay. If you want the most out of them, you got to build all the way into accuracy. And that may not be a bad idea. The secondaries are pretty mediocre. It has a lot of them, but they don't really hit the target very often. It's much like the Bismarck. You don't get the pinpoint precision secondaries that you get from like Schlieffen and stuff. So building into secondaries probably isn't your best bet. Now I'll be honest, right now I'm built into secondaries, and the reason that I'm built into secondaries is because I couldn't be bothered to change my build. I know, crazy. Y'all already know. I really wish we had a way to take the commanders and have a commander set up for each of the ships. So like I could have multiple Henry Hydes for different ships so that I didn't have to keep changing everything all the time. Because when I do that, I forget about it. But anyway, I digress. What is the biggest limiter for me in this ship? Is it its overall size and why it's the rear firing angles. The rear turrets have like the worst firing angles ever. And for a ship this size, like I understand from playing Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts why you want to keep all the turrets as close as possible.
Enemy force detected.
Because you limit the size of the citadel that way, right? A citadel being the most heavily armored section of your ship. So the closer your turrets are, the smaller your citadel, and thus the less armor you need, and you save some weight. And for a ship this size, that is significant, right? But those rear firing angles are trash. Like actual trash. And to get all of your guns on target is just almost always gonna end with you getting slapped. Now here we have the Ruprecht here. We're gonna aim for the bow side plating. I don't know if I got the pin angles to go through it, but we're gonna try anyway. And you can see the amount of damage we take coming back. Now, I knew we were going to take damage, but the good thing about the GK is, like, you take the damage a little bit. As long as you're not taking catastrophic damage, like, I can take a little bit of damage there. It's not the be-all, end-all. But we definitely got the worst end of that trade, right? Also, I don't know if you noticed, we got 111,000 health. Which is pretty absurd when you think about it. But here you can see our Conqueror friend over here that's trying to push out. He's gotten himself into a really bad position and is getting absolutely annihilated. But we're gonna go ahead and take a shot over the island, try to get rid of him, and we get the kill.
We've destroyed an
Probably
enemy
yoinked the
battleship.
kill a little bit there, but hey, I shot him as soon as I was able to. It just happened that he had no health when I did. But we're not going to sit around and play like hard to get here. We're in the GK. We have a lot of hit points. We have a lot of armor. So we can be a little bit more aggressive. And this particular path that I'm taking is actually going to be one of those times where being aggressive pays off. Now, you remember that Schlieffen. Now, obviously, one of their destroyers is in the B cap, right? We know that coming in. But they also have two battleships there. One is an Ohio that was coming over from the right side, I believe, and the other one is the Schlieffen. Or, not Schlieffen, the Ruprecht. But we're going to push forward because look at the positioning of the Ruprecht. He's just stopped, and he is broadside to us right now. So I have no choice but to get over here and punish this man's broadside. And this is what I'm talking about with being able to get into, like, crossfires, right? Setting yourself up. Not being stupid, but being aggressive enough to get these sorts of positions and look at.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
If you guys get that. I'm sure you guys been seeing the memes all over the internet about Gambit, dude. That was great, by the way. How great was Gambit? Like, Channing Tatum, hats off, my dude. I can't wait. I hope you get your movie. Like, I really do, because I would totally watch that Gambit movie with him. But that was a great scene. All of them, really. I love the cameos there in the middle of the movie. But if you don't know what I'm talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. But this Des Moines, I mean, this guy has been so disrespectful. He's like, oh, I should be fine, and then we just reach out and slap him.
Requesting fire support.
Like, you can't underestimate the GK. A lot of people will just be like, well, it's GK, I'd be fine. Like, trust me. You underestimate this thing, it will hurt you. But, yeah, as the Des Moines tries, you can see I actually get a smoke screen set here by my destroyer, which is interesting, and I appreciate the thought, but at the end of the day, as soon as I fire my guns, that's all for nothing. And we get set on fire anyway. But, again, we try to catch the Des Moines, and again, he's being super predictable, so catching him is really easy. And, of course, again, we leave him with just enough to get away. Shocker. But we've put up 76,000. We moved into the cap. We've got an assist cap. We're at the front. We're taking hits for our teammates so they can move up as well. So if you pay attention, you can see that our teammates are in a good position. We're going to push up and try to get some shots on this Mino. And I'm not going to lie, like, I thought I had this Mino dead to rights here, but I didn't quite lead him enough. And he gets away, especially after the second shot. But again, I don't want to push out just yet. You can see I'm keeping the Brisbane spotted here with sonar. And you can see the torpedoes headed into Brisbane's direction. But if I keep him lit up, he goes down to the Shima. We're going to try to get rid of this Mino again. And again, like, I thought I had him. This looks really, really good. And then the game just says, screw you. Like, that is the kind of shot that I'm just like, really, game? Really? You gonna do that to me? You gonna let him get away with that in a Mino? Really? Alright, I see how you doing. But, one of the things that I think a lot of people don't do in the GK, everybody likes to try to get all their guns to bear all the time. We've already discussed this is a terrible idea. Now here I take a shot. It says I couldn't, but I had to try, right? You miss all the shots you don't take. Sometimes it doesn't work out. But one of the things that people don't do in the GK is get into a position where you can use the front guns on one target and the rear guns on another target while maintaining a steep enough angle that you're not putting, my God. Hello, Buffalo. How you doing? Oh, you're going to reverse. Oh, that's cute. Hold these for me, sunshine. Wait for it. Honk. Suddenly, he has no hit points left. Shocker. That is the power of a crossfire. Now, I was looking to try to get the rear guns on the Mino there, but again, I've got to get around the island, so I can't really put myself there. And as I get closer to the island, I can't really shoot at the Ohio's broadside, so we go back towards getting ready to shoot the Mino. Now, what I'm doing here, the Mino has already demonstrated that he's willing to dodge and stuff, so what I'm doing is I'm waiting for him to commit to a turn. We got spotting, right? That's huge. Getting the ability to see the enemy is huge. But, again, we get screwed by RNG, 2 overpins, probably landed a little bit too far to the rear of the ship. But we're in a good position. If he does hit us with some shots to the superstructure, he'll do a little bit of damage. But honestly, we've got enough health. We've got another heal. Like, we'll go ahead and use our heal to get quite a chunk of health back. The Ohio takes a shot at us, and we just kind of shrug that off because, lol. But we're going to take a shot at this Mino one last time here because we got to wait. And as soon as he starts to get ready to turn, we commit to the shot, and that's when he disappears. But the funny thing is, did we aim well? The answer is yes. Of course, that's the Citadel. Go figure. But I don't really have great games in the Cur First. Like, I don't get those 300k games that some people get in the Cur First. I just don't get those kind of lobbies. Like, if I got lobbies where everybody just went full goof mode, yes, I could absolutely do that. But most of the time, I just get in a match where I'm aggressive, I push forward, and I end up in a situation where my team just raffle stomps them, and that is the limiting factor for me in the GK mostly. I can deal with the rear firing angles, just use the front guns most of the time, use the rear guns when you're able to, safely, preferably. But overall, I think the biggest thing that you got to remember with the GK is that it's not always a good thing to use all of your guns, alright? Sometimes you got to be smart. But here we get a look over the island, and beautiful. A thing of beauty. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I actually have a decent overall, like, performance with the GK. Like, it's a solid performer. It's just that it's usually a winner and not a damage ship. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.